The timeless beauty and charm of a vintage-style dining room have made it a popular choice for homeowners looking to create a warm and inviting space for family gatherings and entertaining guests. With its classic elegance and touches of nostalgia, a vintage dining room can transport you back to a simpler time while still offering modern comfort. In this video, we will explore the key elements and steps involved in creating a vintage-style dining room, from selecting the right furniture and lighting to choosing the perfect color palette and accessories. Whether you're looking to completely transform your dining room or simply add vintage accents, this guide will provide you with everything you need to create a space that exudes old-world charm and sophistication. One of the key elements in creating a vintage-style dining room is selecting the right furniture. Vintage dining tables and chairs can add a sense of history and character to your space. Look for pieces with ornate detailing, curved legs, and rich, dark finishes. Options like a queen and dining table or a vintage farmhouse table can serve as perfect centerpieces. Pair your chosen table with a set of antique or reproduction chairs that complement the style. French bistro chairs or ladder-back chairs are excellent options. Other furniture pieces to consider include a vintage china cabinet or sideboard to display your delicate china and glassware. A sideboard with intricate carvings and glass-fronted doors can be a classic addition to your vintage dining room. The right lighting can significantly impact the ambience and overall feel of a vintage-style dining room. Incorporating vintage or vintage-inspired lighting fixtures can add a touch of nostalgia while providing adequate illumination. Chandeliers with crystal or metal embellishments are a popular choice for a vintage look. Consider adding a dimmer switch to the chandelier to create a more intimate dining experience. Sconces or wall-mounted lamps can also provide additional lighting and enhance the vintage vibe. Look for fixtures with aged finishes such as brass or bronze, which will add authenticity to the space. Choosing the right color palette and wall treatment is crucial in creating a vintage dining room. Opt for soft and neutral shades that evoke a sense of warmth and timelessness. Classic colors like cream, beige, pale yellow, or light gray can provide the perfect backdrop for vintage furniture and decor. Consider incorporating wallpaper with vintage-inspired patterns, such as floral prints or damask motifs, to add texture and character to the walls. If using wallpaper isn't your preference, consider a faux finish painting technique, such as distressing or faux aging, to give your walls an aged appearance. To fully embrace the vintage-style dining room, pay attention to the small details and carefully chosen decor pieces. Incorporate vintage accents and accessories that align with your chosen era. This could include antique candlestick holders, vintage table linens, ornate mirrors, framed botanical prints, or an antique clock. Consider incorporating a vintage-inspired rug underneath the dining table to add texture and warmth to the space. Vintage-style draperies or sheer curtains with lace panels can also enhance the overall vintage aesthetic. The final touch to complete your vintage-style dining room is the table setting and tableware. Invest in antique or vintage-style china and glassware to add a touch of elegance to your dining experience. Opt for delicate patterns, such as floral designs or intricate motifs, that align with the vintage theme. Pair your china with vintage silverware and antique crystal glassware to create a refined and luxurious setting. Don't forget to invest in vintage-style linen napkins and tablecloths that complement the color scheme and add a sense of sophistication. Creating a vintage-style dining room allows you to bring the elegance and charm of past eras into your home while still incorporating modern comfort. From carefully selecting vintage-inspired furniture and lighting to choosing the right color palette and accessories, every detail plays a significant role in achieving the desired vintage aesthetic. By following the steps outlined in this article, you can create a timeless and inviting dining space that exudes old-world charm and becomes the centerpiece of your home. Be sure to like this video, and click to subscribe to see more content.